Hello and welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten. My name is Sam. Thank you for joining me today, and today I am here working on my snow owl from Diamond Art Studios. If you haven't already checked them out, please do. I'm very impressed with the quality of these kits. Before we get into me working on this whip, I just want to go through what I'm using. So I have got today the pink zesty tray from Add More Zest. I am also using my pen from Sapler Bellator. I'm definitely going to be going back to get another one of these pens. They're quite weighty, but I like that, and I do like the different, I don't know, they just feel really nice in your hands. So I'm definitely going to go back and get another one, just not sure when. I am also using a 30 bottle case from Amazon. I think I paid £13 for that one. I have my trash drill cook pot as usual. So we're just going to pop the lid off there. Have to say, I haven't had, I don't know if you can see because of the other drills, but I haven't had that much trash, which is good. And I also have Miranda. I'm hoping that's in shot actually. Yeah, just. Let me just bring my cook pot a bit closer. I'm not sure if I got that in shot. So I have got Miranda. So I'm working on this section. This is roughly the halfway point. So I'm going to make a start on this. And actually, no, I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I promised in my last Whipham chat that I would show you the resin stuff that I had going on. So these are limited edition because I had this one bag of glitter and it's gone. So these are limited edition. So what we have, let's go with the biggest item first. So I have one of the Lotus Flowers. Look at that glitter. Beautiful pink, iridescent, yellow, green stars. Isn't it pretty? So I have one of these. I also have one each of the small pots. Now, glitter in resin, if it's quite heavy, tends to settle on the bottom of the mould. So these have just been sanded. So you've got this beautiful ring of glitter around the top and then in the bottom, which I think is really pretty. So I have one large and one small one of those. I also have, if I can get it, star koi fish. I have two. I managed to get two out of this mould, so there'll be two of those. And then I have three of the pots, so one in each shape. So if you don't know what I mean by shape, they'll be listed separately anyway, but I have three. There will be no more made of these because I had no more of that glitter, but I wanted to share those. I think they're so pretty, and yeah, they will be going up on the Etsy shop today, hopefully. So you may not see this for a couple of days. It is Monday. I am off work. Child is at school. Husband is at work. Mum has gone into town. Wash has just finished. Dog is not barking. It's all good. So first of all, thank you to everybody who's subscribed in the last few days. I can say I have now reached 300 subscribers. I am gobsmacked at that. I am so pleased. I never in a million years thought that I would have that many subscribers. So I'm going to make a start on this diamond painting. I'm going to start with my musical note because that's on this side. So might as well start there. Cannot believe I've reached 300 subscribers. I mean, oh, you can tell we're having some sort of colder weather because my drills are starting to stick together. I was looking today at a silicone mould to make a grinder, so I like to make a drill grinder with. Haven't decided if I'm going to though. Not urgent. It is a beautiful day, if somewhat chilly, but the sun is out. and I always feel better when the sun is out. I have got 2 days off work, just 2 days this time in the shift pattern. And then I'm in for 3 days, 3 half days, because they're just half shifts. And then I've got the weekend off. I've got a 3-day weekend. So looking forward to that. I hope you are all well. If you are coming back, hello again. If you are brand new, please do consider subscribing, you know. But all I ask for is like my video if you like the content. Share if you feel that you know people that would enjoy the content also. And hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell because I don't post at regular times. It is just as and when I've got time. Oh, I'm having trouble with my... I'm just dabbing my multi-placer on my cover papers to see if it'll pick a little bit of dist up to make it a little bit less sticky. I haven't done too much on this in the last few days. I have been quite busy. I've done a complete change around in my sunroom. So my desk is now nearer the window. I'm hoping the natural light, especially with the weather getting nicer, will help. See what I mean? It does not want to leave that. I am kind of getting my hand in the sticky on this edge, but it's just the way that I had to set it up to get it all in frame, so I do apologise. I've done a move round because at the minute I'm not doing a huge amount of nails, and with me working I'm finding it quite hard to have enough time to do everything that I need to do. So I have decided that I will not be advertising doing the nails at the minute. I am just going to do that handful of people that I do regularly. I'm not going to increase business in that respect because I'm quite busy working and I've got quite a lot on with the resin stuff. Look, will you behave? Thank you. Okay, this is purely because my tape is just too sticky. So give it a nice little prime onto my pyjamas. Yes, that is right. It is 11:10 and I am in pyjamas, and I will be in pyjamas all day because the only thing I've got to go out for is to pick my daughter up from school. I'll be in the car. No one's going to see me, and I don't care. There are no apologies here. It's a day off and I'm going to enjoy it. So I've done a resin pour this morning. So I will have another couple of cook pots to add if they come out okay. I've sent out 2 orders today as well. I'd hoped to get them out on Friday. It didn't happen. I had some other stuff going on, so I finished them off this morning. And they have now gone, so that's good. And the resin pour this morning was for a set of coasters for my son's girlfriend who wants them for a gift for her mum, and because her mum's birthday is on the 6th of April, I've got to get cracking. You know, I need to get that initial pour done so that they can set and I can then do the clear top cover. So that was my focus this morning, and I've got 1 too many drills there, so let's put that one up there. So I'm just scooting it over. How's everyone doing? The voting on my next canvas is going well. I'm not going to give too much away. I have 1 section and 1 row left to do on my other canvas, so I'm not too far off finishing it. Didn't get as much done at the weekend as I'd hoped. In fact, I didn't get any done at the weekend at work because I was working short shifts and it was incredibly busy. We had we were putting or I was putting LFT results onto spreadsheets in addition to doing my job. So it was quite busy, it was quite full on. Yesterday was Mother's Day here in the UK, so I finished work at 2 and then came home, and my daughter had sent me, my daughter and her partner and my granddaughter have all got COVID, so I haven't been able to go and see them. So my daughter sent me and my mum gifts through Amazon, so they arrived Saturday, which was lovely. So that was really nice, but I was at work yesterday until 2. And yesterday afternoon my son came over with their Chihuahua puppy. His name is Kenny and he is gorgeous, absolutely tiny but gorgeous. He's so cute. So I had the opportunity to have a bit of a cuddle and, you know, a bit of a play with him, which was nice. Got some beautiful gifts off my children. Not that I care about gifts, I don't. You know, as long as they say hi, happy Mother's Day, I'm happy. But the pyjamas I'm currently wearing were a Mother's Day gift from my youngest. They're very comfy. Very comfy. I say they're a child from my daughter. Her dad went and bought them. You know, let's be under no illusion. She's 16. She's a bit of a hermit, you know. Loves to be in her room playing on her games, so Dad promptly went and bought things that he knew I'd like for her. So and of course I love a new pair of pajamas, I really do. I don't really have any comments to go through because I did the majority of them the other day, so I apologise on that score. So I don't have anything in particular to talk about. I just wanted to have a bit of time this morning to do some diamond painting, and as always it is the perfect excuse to do a video. Not that I need an excuse, I mean I like doing the videos, but you know, it also gives me an opportunity to down tools for a bit. So apart from doing the usual type of housework you do when you've been working for 3 days, I'm not really doing a lot. Now you will notice I have got this plastic, I don't even know what it is. It came with one of the bottle storage that I got, but it's just like it's like a ruler, but it's not. But anyway, I've just put it on this edge there to try and keep this edge as straight as possible. It does help, it really does. What doesn't help is that I have a bit of my double-sided tape that's stickier than the others. I have no idea why, so I'm just going to push this up a bit because I'm clearly not on the square, so much for keeping that straight. I've had a bit of a catch up this morning watching the people that I watch on YouTube. The last video I was watching was Diamond Painting Anonymous. She's kitting up for Dreamcatcher from Diamond Art Club. But if nothing else, I'm getting ready for the countdown to our Easter holiday, my 50th birthday celebration, which consists of me and my husband going away, because I'm not a party person. I'm really not. I may have to do something about these drills because they are sticking together quite badly. They weren't when I got them. You know, I think this is definitely more to do with the atmosphere in my house than something to do with the drills, because they were absolutely fine. So I'm guessing there's probably, they've got a little bit damp been in my living room. I don't know why, because it's not particularly damp in there, but you know, they're sticking together now and they weren't. But makes it go a lot faster having the multi-placer, of course. So I'm making the most of that. I think this one is a 7. I'm pretty sure it's a 7. It will say on the they will say on it. Do need to buy some more multi-placers, actually, some more metal tips. But it's nearly the end of the month, so we're getting near payday now. And that's normally what happens. I get paid, and that's when I go through everything that I've got saved in my Amazon basket. Currently, it's mainly diamond painting, resin stuff. And that's because my silicone mould for cook pots, they're starting to get a little bit ragged, and when I went to go and buy some more, I couldn't find any. So I am going to order a silicone kit, and I am going to make new moulds for the cook pots. So I'm going to make extras so that I can do more than one set at a time if I need to. I'm also going to use it to make some cabochons. So cabochons are basically the inserts that you use to put into pendants, and I've got some which I haven't got the right size mould for, so I'm going to make my own. I've been watching how it's done, so I'm going to have a go at doing that. It will probably be a huge fail, but if you don't try, you never know. I do have a cup of coffee, so I hope you do too. Really enjoying doing this owl. It's one of the smaller ones that I've ever done. I do favour bigger kits. So let me talk about that today. Let me talk about the things that I like, so that you guys know the sort of things that I would go for. So first of all, has to be poured glue. I do have, and I have done, some double-sided adhesive canvases, and they have come out all right. However, I do prefer poured glue because I think I'm quite heavy-handed when I'm handling stuff, and I just feel that the poured glue canvases will hold up that bit better than double-sided adhesive. There's also the fact that you don't get rivers and stuff, because it's really annoying when you get that. It really does sometimes take some work, and you may have issues where the drills don't lie flat, so you'll get popping drills. Yeah, it's not my favourite thing. So for me, poured glue every time. Now, if an image, a licensed image that was, only came on double-sided adhesive and I had no choice, I would still do it. I would just choose the double-sided adhesive. So it's not that I won't work on it, I just prefer not to. Other things that I like, I am very firmly a fantasy lover. So I will always go for things like elves and fairies and witches and dragons and, you know, all that sort of thing. I will never do a photograph, ever. I just don't like it. For me, I just feel that if I wanted a really good photograph of someone, I would just have a photograph. I'm not saying that you shouldn't or that it's wrong. It's not. It's personal preference only. I just don't like photographs, you know, printed photo art. It's just not me. So you won't ever see me doing a custom. So what I'm going to do, because these drills are sticking together, I'm going to find myself... Let me see if I've got something I can use. So I'm going to use a magnet, and I'm going to put the magnet into the drills, and I'm going to give them a good shake. Now, I got this tip off a subscriber, so you may not be able to see me shaking, but basically it'll break the diamonds up. So I'm going to, can you see how much static I've created in there? So I'm going to leave that in there for the time being, and hopefully that static will die off a bit. So the next symbol I'm going to do is this line here. Now I'm hoping that all this time I've been in shot. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. I've got a couple left in my tray. Let's get rid of those. So yeah, I'm pretty much into the middle section now. Probably, yeah, sort of the middle's there. So we're sort of on that middle row. We've got most of the eyes of the owl done, which is good. So let's now find the line. What else do I like? Has to be good drills, resin drills if preferable. I just find resin drills are more uniform. They tend to look nicer. They tend to sparkle a little bit more. So for me, resin drills, hands down. I have disregarded companies because they don't offer resin drills. That is very true. I just think resin drills are a little bit more uniform. Does that mean you don't get trash drills? Of course not. You're always going to get trash, and I know this from working with resin myself. You're always going to get instances where you will get an air bubble and it will leave a little hole behind. But then that would happen with anything you made in plastic. You just tend to have, you tend to have a few more holes with resin, admittedly, but as most companies give you extras, it's not really a big deal. You know, I've missed a couple of music notes there. What's new? I always miss something. So yeah, definitely resin drills, definitely. Of course, it has to be licensed. Even if that means that I'm stuck with 3 or 4 companies that I buy from because they're in my budget and the delivery is quite simple, then so be it. You know, I've got enough in my stash to last me over a year, way over a year, possibly nearer 2. So if I buy 1 or 2 here, there and everywhere from licensed companies, I'm always going to have enough. You know, they're always bringing out new stuff, so I don't feel the need to buy artwork that is not licensed, or at least not a, you know, a free stock image. Problem with the stock images is a lot of them are photographs, so going back to my last point, won't happen. But that's me, that's just my preference. I wouldn't say I have a preference for few colours over lots of colours. I don't. If the image warrants having lots of colours, then I'll get it. You know, it doesn't bother me. I don't get put off images because they are confetti or not. You know, at the end of the day, if I like the image enough, then I'll suck it up and I'll do the confetti. It is what it is. It's more about what's in the image. So a fantasy scene, whether it be colour or shades of grey, will always take precedence over, you know, a landscape. Not a big landscape fan, and the only exception was my Lord of the Rings painting, my Rivendell, which obviously is a landscape, but it was a landscape that I wanted because it was that particular scene. So you probably won't see me buying a Chuck Pinson. I love the pictures, I just wouldn't put them anywhere. So it's just not my thing, I'm afraid. What else do I like? I like to choose art that reminds me of something. You know, with my lighthouse cottage, it reminded me of the places we went when we went caravanning as a family, with the extended family. So it reminded me of that, and therefore I wanted it. One of the very first things that I diamond painted was a set of angel wings. I unfortunately lost a younger brother when I was little, and I wanted something to commemorate him. So those were my angel wings, which incidentally are still in a portfolio behind my sofa in my snug, because we haven't decorated the hallway or anything yet, and I haven't got around to mounting them, so I haven't done anything with them. They're still in a portfolio. But yeah, I tend to buy things that remind me of something. And I think that's important. I think it's important to have a connection to the pictures that you're doing. I know lots of people will just buy lots of pictures by a certain artist because they love that artist's work, and that's fine, because at the end of the day you wouldn't buy it unless you liked it. But there's a big difference for me in buying art because I like the image and I want to do it, over art that I'm doing because it actually means something. So there is every chance that, you know, I may have canvases that I will do and they will then be rolled up. I'm going to get rid of that one, it's got a hole in it. They'll be rolled up and put back in the boxes, you know, because I haven't done them to display them anywhere. But I am now at that point where I will see an image and I'll think, oh, that'll make a nice present for so and so. You know, that's now coming into play quite a bit. So, you know, I choose what I choose because it's either something that I really want, something I want to display, or it's a gift for someone. So that's that one done. I'm now going to go with the threes. So there's quite a bit of colour blocking in this one because it is the edge. Got a little bit of it's not even confetti, won't take long. So let's go for this 3 symbol. Currently this is the canvas that I've been taking into the front room with me in the evenings when I've had a chance, but I've been working all weekend and we've had quite a bit on, so I've not really had much of a chance. I have watched Married at First Sight Australia now, all the way through to the current episode, so I'm just waiting for Final Vows now. Hate having to wait for something, but I couldn't wait until the whole season was there. I was too impatient. So I am at the moment watching The Curse of Oak Island. Give me a thumbs up if you've heard of it. Basically it's an island in Nova Scotia, which legend says there is a huge amount of treasure hidden, and this program is all about the efforts to locate and retrieve said treasure. I think they've got 9 seasons now, so it's been going for a while. I'm currently watching season 8. Loving it. I do have a big enjoyment. I do like watching documentaries, but I especially like archaeology, that sort of thing, anything to do with history. And I'm invested in this now. I'm invested in finding out if they ever find this treasure on Oak Island, because they've got an awful lot going on there. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Have a look. There's a whole theory about Knights Templar and everything. There's a lot going on, so I'm watching that at the minute. I am currently reading a book by an author I've never heard of before. I've just loaded my book reader with lots more books. Again, my book tastes tend to run into the fantasy mode. So if it's got werewolves or vampires or you know, anything like that. Time travel, I'm on it. That's the sort of thing I'm reading. But I can't remember the title of this book that I'm reading at the minute. That's pretty much it, mate. That's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much all that's going on in my life at the minute. Apart from the fact that I'm missing my granddaughter. I did try and FaceTime yesterday, but there was a horrible echo on the video, and I only sort of managed a few minutes and then gave up. But to be fair, she wasn't interested in talking to Nana. She wanted to play with her toys. So quickly gave up on that one. But my daughter has messaged today to say it's now day 7. They are still testing positive. So it looks like it might be the full 10 days for them. But that's good, because that means that by the time I get to the weekend, they'll be okay and I can go over and see my granddaughter, which would be amazing. Okay, let's give these another shake. You may wonder why I put so many into my tray. It's purely because I find that they tend to line up better. It might just be me, it might be just the way that I do it, but I just tend to find they get into rows better. And considering this is a slightly smaller tray as well, I think it does a fab job of that. Yes, I could use a bigger tray, but I'm not doing sections that are huge. I mean, this section is quite small, so I don't really need a bigger tray. Still toying with the idea of starting my Heaven and Earth canvas. I'm just worried that if I start it, that I won't actually have time to work on it. But of course I am coming up to that holiday as well, and I need to take one of my canvases with me. So hopefully, it depends what ends up winning on the round. I'll probably take a round, just because I'm not going to be taking extra lights and stuff. So if the lighting's not great, it'll be easier with a round, because I can take my small light pad if I need to. But yeah, it depends what's next, you know. If the Randall Spangler wins, I'm not going to want to take a painting that big. I could, because I can roll it up, but I'm not sure I want to take one that big. I'd probably want to take something a little bit smaller. So certainly couldn't take the Heaven and Earth design, because that's very big. Just scoping to see if I've got any more 3s. Yeah, I always miss at least one. I know you guys probably do the same thing. It can't just be me, right? Can't just be me. But I love the colours in this one. They're all my favourite colours. Greys, purples, blues. Love it. And the eyes are so pretty on this. So pretty. I will definitely be heading back to have another look at Diamond Art Studio to see what else they've got. I feel that I may need another canvas or 2. Not just yet. I'm going to get the Scotland trip out of the way first. Right, so I'm now going to do... Right, I think I'm going to do the question mark, because then I can get these bigger areas filled in. Do you see what I mean? Look, they're all sticking together, and they weren't like this when I kitted them up. So it's got to be the atmosphere. It's got to be what's going on with the weather. Without a doubt. I think someone did comment that as well. They did say it's to do with, you know, there being moisture in the air, because they weren't like this. So yeah, I am considering maybe making a resin grinder, because I've seen that lots of people use grinders to separate their drills, and it works quite well. So may have to give that a go, as if I haven't got enough moulds hanging around at the minute. I found 2 lovely tray moulds. They're small trinket trays, which I think will be quite nice. I don't just want to do, you know, I don't want to do predominantly diamond painting stuff, accessories. I want to do other things as well. So and lots of the things that I make can be used for another purpose. You know, I had someone buy one of my cook pots the other day to put pills in. Like, she'll put her tablets in for that day and put it in a bag, because it's nice and small and it's big enough to get them in. You know, you could use them to put your wax in if you use wax. Lots of things that you could use them for. I've picked up absolutely loads on that one, and I don't need that many in one row, so I'm putting it over here, and I'm going to scoop the extras up. Right, so that one's all right. So I need to pick up smaller amounts. So we've got 6, I think. There we go. It is nice working on a square. And I've said this before, you know, if I had to choose, let's say a law came in and you could only do square all round, you had to pick between the two, then I would definitely go for square. Yes, they take a little bit longer, and there's something that's very easy about doing a round, but the detail's always better, I think. Could be wrong, you know. I've seen some beautifully detailed round canvases, but I tend to find that they do look better in square. So if I had a choice, it would be square all the way for me. Who else was scared the first time they did a square? Oh my word. And I did my first square drills on a light pad as well. And of course, it makes them look more crooked. I don't now. I only use a light pad if A, the symbols are quite hard to read. I find a light pad can help with that. Or B, I'm in a not very well lighted room. So in the evenings when I go in the front room, I use a light pad because we're watching TV and my husband doesn't want a big glaring light on all the time. So I tend to use a light pad into them circumstances. I prefer not to. I do prefer to work flat without a light pad. Get that in there. Lovely. It does go quick when you are when you're using a multi-placer. It does tend to go very quickly. So let's just get these ones in up here. The other thing with the Heaven and Earth canvas as well is, of course, it's very confetti. So there will be a lot of single placing. And obviously I have 2 120 bottle cases that I have my drills in. So it takes up a lot of room. So I don't think that would be an option to take away with me. I shall probably wait and see what happens with the next canvas that I'm doing. And if it's small enough, I'll take that on holiday with me. If not, then I'll take this one, you know, depending on which one, how close to the finish I am. Let's just check we've got no more of those. Right, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to go and do a couple of little houseworky jobs, and I will be back. Promise. It'll be like seconds to you guys. You won't even notice that I'm gone. See you soon. Okay, so I'm back. Didn't take too long, did it? Okay, what are we doing next? So let's get these 3756 done. So yeah, not too much going on, so I haven't got anything too exciting to share, I'm afraid. It is just the normal humdrum of being a mum. What I did like, because it's been so nice, me and my husband have been tidying up in the garden. The bistro table and chairs are now nice and clean. By that I mean they have no cobwebs on. I do not like spiders. And the reason I like to get them done is because as it starts getting warmer, I do like to sit outside and diamond paint. So the bistro table is just big enough for me to do that. We have a it's like an awning. We have like I think it's called a sail, a sun sail. So we have a rectangular one that goes above the seating area where our bistro table and chairs are. And I do like to sit out there and diamond paint when it's nice. And that's what I like about diamond painting. It is so portable. Unless you've got like massive diamond painting or a huge storage system. I always have portable storage systems because they take up less room. And I don't have a lot of room in my sunroom. You know, my sunroom is, it is a combination dining area. It houses the washer and the dishwasher. It houses my nail table and chair for doing nails. It is also where I spend the majority of my time. So I watch my programs in here. I do my resin in here. So I don't have a lot of room in here for storage. Admittedly, my diamond paintings are all in the snug, as are my kitted up boxes, but I can get a lot more kitted up and stored out of the way if they're in cases than if they were in a freestanding type storage system. I have seen the storage systems where they have like the little bottles in drawers, and I had toyed with the idea of getting that to house spares, but I just haven't got anywhere to put it. I just haven't got anywhere to keep it. So that idea went out the window. I'm going to stick to my photo box method because it works. It's a fabulous method of storing spares. If you haven't seen Rebecca's storage, she's the lady that came up with this system. Please do go and check her out. You need to look for 4 Kids at 147 or Add More Zest. Her name is Rebecca and she created the photo box storage system. It is amazing. Oh, somebody at the door. Yeah, obviously something my husband ordered then. Caught me by surprise. What was I talking about? I don't know. Sitting outside, possibly. Even when we go caravanning, you know, I take a diamond painting with me. And the reason I like poured glue is because I can roll my diamond art and transport it in a tube, and then it doesn't get damaged, which is helpful. Right, I'm going to do these 7s next because there's not too many of them. Hello, Pepper. I got a new chair from work. Basically, I rescued it. They were chucking it out, and I really like the pattern on it, so it needs a bit of a clean. So I'm going to do that when I get a nice day, because it needs to go outside. And Pepper seems to have taken a liking to it, so she's now started sitting in here with me on occasion. But I love days like this. I love days where I've got a day off work, Kat is at school till 4 because she has intervention today. Intervention is basically revising, tutored revising. So she has that today. Of course, Friday she breaks up from school. They seem to be having a early Easter break this year. She will then be off school for about 2.5 weeks. It is normal for my birthday to fall in the Easter holidays. I'm used to it. But having days, you know, it's rare that I get a day where not only am I off work, but my husband's at work, my mum's out, child's at school. So true peacefulness for me is very rare. And I'm going to make the most of it. Most definitely. So this week I have got 3 short shifts to do, so hopefully I can get a couple more videos up. Like I said, I do have some resin orders that I need to get done. That one does not want to come off, so let's do that. Yeah, I have some resin orders to do. I'm sort of going to slow off. I literally make the cook pots every time I do a resin pour, and I have leftover resin because they don't take an awful lot of resin. So if it's left over, I'm going to use it. I'm not going to waste resin. And the little dishes, I think, would make perfect drill trays for those of you that just want something to put your trash drills on. The shop we'll see. So yes, I've got some photos. I need to finish those little pots off that I've made and get those up. I'm hoping my head isn't in the way on this video in now. I have only got the one light on. I don't have my large overhead light on today because it is quite sunny. I'm sat right near the window now, so I'm hoping that the addition of the natural light is going to make it much nicer. Oh, missed one. Saw that at the last minute. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm not going to keep you on for the whole of this section. That would just, I'm sure you don't want a video that's that long. So it is a true whip and ramble today from sunny UK. Chilly Cambridgeshire. Right, let's do these L's because I've got lots of these. So I think I will do this colour and then I will let you guys go. I'm excited for the vote on my next canvas. I can't wait to see what you guys choose. I'm easy. I really am. You know, I like all of the canvases that I've got kitted up. I wouldn't have kitted them up otherwise. Now, I've just heard the bins, so I don't know if that's my next door neighbour. No, it's my next door neighbour. It's all right. Thought it was my mother back. My mother, when she's at home, has this wonderful habit of coming down. I will say to her specifically, right, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do some filming. So she knows that the filming is about an hour. You can guarantee she will not wait an hour. She will come down at some point because she'll want to have a cigarette, and she just opens the door. I shut the door, and they know that if the door's shut, it's because I'm filming. So if that was me, I would come down and I would see that door was shut and I wouldn't come in. No. My mother just comes in anyway, and I can't film with her in the room. She makes me so self-conscious. Just tried to tap them into place a little bit more and made it 10 times worse. So yeah, the amount of times that my mum will come in as I'm mid-filming drives me mad, because not only do I lose track of what I'm saying, it just, yeah, I sort of lose track of where I am time-wise. And obviously what I've said, and to detach my phone from the camera mount to rewatch the last bit to see what I've said is just a ball ache. So I don't. So if you're watching my videos and there's a break and then I come back and I'm talking about something completely different, that's why. It's because my mother has interrupted. I did get her a diamond painting for Mother's Day. She purchased her, I bought her a Diamond Art Club canvas for Christmas. She fell in love. She wanted to order a couple more. She fell in love with Sheena Pike's Dragons, which of course are being discontinued. So she brought the rainbow coloured one. So for Mother's Day I brought her the spring one. A lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. So she was very happy. She's just finished doing Topsy Turvy by Mandy Manzano. But she's doing one of the little 4 art dot ones that I got her for Christmas at the minute. And then I think she's going to do one of the dragons. I'm not sure which one. But she does also have my Huracan canvases. I've kept 2 of them. There were 5 I think in total. I've kept 2 because they're ones that I really want to do, Dragonfly being one of them. That was my favourite one. But she's got the other 3, so she's going to make a start on those. They are square canvases. I'm just not a big fan of double-sided tape, so and I've got so many other ones to do now, you know. I've got a few to choose from that are all poured glue and good companies, so I don't need to keep the Huracan ones. And the one Huracan one I have done, I had a lot of issues with popping drills. Drove me mad. Had to put it into a frame behind glass because I was worried the drills were all going to pop off. It was a little Dumbo one with I Love You to the Moon and Back for my granddaughter's room. I mean, it looked lovely when it was done, but I was forever pushing these bloody drills back in. Hate that. I've not had this issue on this one at all, even with the fact that I'm multi-placing. Sometimes when you multi-place, you will have to go, cannot get that drill off, you will have to go back and push some in properly, because you do sometimes get drills that don't sit flat. But I've not really had that with this one. I think that it's fab canvas, fab drills, and I haven't even finished it yet, but I am impressed, especially with the drills. The drills are beautiful. So I can definitely say, even this far in, I mean, the only thing that would spoil it now is if I ran out of drills, but not close enough to the end to figure that one out yet. So I think definitely Diamond Studio Arts is somewhere to go and have a look. Diamond Studio Art or Arts, I can't remember which. Yeah, check them out. Like I said, they haven't got masses of canvases. You know, they're a fairly newish company, but they're very reasonably priced. Delivery, if you're in the UK, is very, very quick. I don't know about overseas, I'm sorry. But for a new company, very impressed. And the drills, they're probably, they are definitely on a par with Diamond Art Club, if not a tad better, honestly. They're very, very nice. But yeah, I'm impressed. I'll definitely be buying from there again. On that note, I've nearly finished with this colour, so I'm going to finish this section in my own time. I am possibly, a random question mark just stuck in the middle there. I am possibly going to go and have a cup of coffee and a cigarette and check out and see what they've got on Diamond Art Studios. It is coming up to payday. Let me just take this off because she says get the nails underneath it. It just helps keep those edges. I keep that. I got it in one of my kits. I don't know what it's for. Got it in one of my storage containers. I brought one that came with loads of bits and pieces, and it came in there, and that's all I use it for. I just use it to keep my drill straight on the edges. Works a treat because it's plastic. So that is it from me for today, guys. Thank you for joining me for this very random whip and ramble. I wish you all the best with your own works in progress, and I will be back very, very soon with another video. So it is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye-bye.